What's up? It's Pillins May, and today we're gonna be talking about UFC 325 and my predictions for this. I just wanted to say I'm sorry for being inconsistent lately. I got kind of sick, and then after I got sick, I was kind of too lazy to post. I'm sorry. I'll be more consistent. I promise. And let's get straight into it. All right, Diego Lopes versus Alexander Volkanovski. Last time, I picked Alexander Volkanovski to win, and I got it right. But this time, I think Diego's going to knock him out. And it sucks to say. I just have a feeling about it. Like, my brain is telling me, oh yeah, Volk is just too slick for him. He's going to jab him on the outside. He's going to take him down. He's going to ground and pound him. He's going to maul him. Not maul him, but you know what I mean. He's going to school him. He's going to take him to school. He's going to outstrike him. He could take him down. He could unleash some ground and pound. Just the same shit as last time. 49-46, easy. Get out of there and fight Lerone Murphy next and keep defending the belt. But, I just think he's going to get chinned. Just because, I don't know, just straight up vibes, bro. I'm telling you. The vibes are getting, a little bit less and less now that, we're approaching fight day. But I just have this feeling Diego's going to knock him out. It's not because, oh, yeah, man, Diego improved a lot since the first Volk fight. Yeah, man, when he was fighting Gene Silva, he was running straight into the hooks. Yeah, man, he was improving. His head movement is still stiff as a board. He's still just a fucking blockhead chin guy. He's just a blockhead coming at you, throwing big, meaty hooks. But, I think it's going to work this time just because spending 50 minutes against Diego Lopes without getting knocked out, that's kind of hard to do, especially if you're chinny like Volk. Moving on. Dan Hooker versus Benoit St. Denis. I'm going to just pick Dan Hooker. I think Benoit St. Denis is good. He's been improving since the Emporia fight, obviously. Renato Moicano fucking 10-6'd him. He got the first 10-6 round in MMA history. Literally just mauled him. But he improved a lot. We saw that against Mauricio Rufy. His striking looked better. His grappling definitely looked better also. He just made Mauricio Rufy have no space by pressuring him and just cutting him along the cage. And I think if Benoit wants to win, he needs to take down Dan Hooker. He needs to make those takedowns against Dan Hooker count. He needs to either use a submission threat or a ground and pound threat. That's the thing that Mateus Gamrot could not impose against Dan Hooker when they were fighting, and that's why Dan Hooker won that fight. It was just because Dan Hooker just keep his standing, because once he got taken down, he didn't have a fear of getting ground and pounded like Arman Tsarukyan, or getting subbed like Arman Tsarukyan again. But I feel like Dan Hooker, he's going to use those knees in the clinch. He's going to land elbows. He's going to just tag him up with a jab. And, yeah, I think he should be able to win this fight. Rafael Fiziev versus Mauricio Rufy. I think, hot take, underdog pick of the night. I'm pretty sure Mauricio Rufy's the underdog. I'm going to be picking Mauricio Rufy. I think even though Rafael Fiziev has some nasty leg kicks, he's very explosive. I think his power is pretty overrated. I think he's pretty small. He should be a 145er in my opinion. And I think Mauricio Rufy's striking, his long-range striking, is a perfect counter to Rafael Fiziev's striking. Close and kind of tight type of striking. And yeah, I think Mauricio Rufy, moving to a new camp with Volk, is going to help him a lot. I think he's going to be a lot improved from the Benoit St. Denis fight, and I think he's going to showcase that. I'm going to be picking Mauricio Rufy by decision. Taito Iwasa. Oh, yeah, also Dan Hooker by decision again. Taito Iwasa versus Teixeira. Bro, I'm sorry, Taito Iwasa. Bro, your time has come, bro. Say goodbye to your family. Say goodbye to everybody. Not only is on a 5-fight Tony Ferguson level, loss streak, This guy, there's like TJ Dillashaw edits of him cutting down to heavyweight. How are you such a fat chud that you need to do a TJ Dillashaw level cut to heavyweight? I'm dead ass concerned. He looked obese. He dead ass looked obese. Like, no joke. He looked obese outside of camp. And Teixeira, I think, is gonna knock him out in round 1. Like straight up is gonna be. Tai Tuivasa might retire. I don't know. I don't know what Tai Tuivasa is gonna do after this. You know. He's kind of locked out of the title picture for like the next 3 years. Yeah. I think it's time to say goodbye to Tai Tuivasa. Yeah, goodbye. Fuck. Teixeira by knockout round 1. Quillen Salkiel versus Jamie Mullarkey. Yeah, I'm gonna be picking Quillen Salkiel to win this. You know, even though Jamie Mullarkey, you know, he's kind of a gritty vet. Is he a fucking gritty vet? I don't even know, man. But Jamie Mullarkey, I'm imagining like Jamie Mullarkey is like that one guy in your gym that's just gritting down on every shot. I don't even remember the last time I saw a Jamie Mullarkey fight. But what I do know about Jamie Mullarkey is that he's not like the most well-rounded fighter. I think Quillen Salkiel is just better than him everywhere, striking, grappling, better cardio too. I just think he has more paths to victory, and that's why I'm going to be picking him. So yeah, Quillen Salkiel by literally knockout, submission, decision. I don't fucking know. My best bet would say, I want to say a crafty submission might come here. Justin Tafa versus Billy Elcana. Wait, is it Justin Tafa or is it Junior Tafa? Man, I don't fucking know. Both the Tafa brothers suck. Like, the Tafa brothers are literally like, how are you losing to Tuco Tacos, bro? That ass, bro. How are you losing to somebody called Tuco Tacos? They're 6-4. Yeah, need I say more? They're 6-4. Billy Elcana is a pretty. He's literally better than him everywhere. There's no way Billy Elcana should ever lose this, but it is a light heavyweight fight. I was about to say heavyweight, but light heavyweight. So anybody can just get nuked any second. So yeah, Billy Elcana. Ralston versus Brundage. I'm not gonna break this down. I don't really give a shit that much. Cody Brundage sucks. His win to loss ratio is kind of ass. I would just pick Ralston because Cody Brundage sucks, and I trust the Australians to, you know, when I don't know what was going on in the fight, I just picked the Australian. I don't know. It's just they like the Australians know what they're doing. If you're Australian, shout out to you. Malkoon versus Finney. I think Torres Finney's gonna win this. You know, he is a fucking the Jihadi John of the middleweight division, just a boring fuck. But I think it's gonna be a boring ass fight where Finney's gonna hold him up on the fence and win a boring decision. I know I did say the Australians usually win, but I don't think it's going to happen this time. Moving on. Elliott versus Mikhaev. I think Elliott is going to win this. Yeah, they both have pretty similar records, and they're both 4-1 in their last 5 fights. At least that's what Dana White said on his Instagram. Yeah, but I think Elliott is going to win this. I don't have much reason except that he's just more proven. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really care. Offley versus Yiza. You know, this Yiza guy or whatever his name is, I looked up on his record, bro. This guy's like 25-1 or something. Like, he has some sort of insane. No, not 25-1. He's like 25-6 or something. And I'm like, this guy's like 28. How did he have this many fights? But, you know, I don't know what kind of bullshit they do in the other companies that are outside the UFC, outside promotion. They just fight every 2 weeks, I guess, because this guy's 28 and has like 30 fights. But I'm picking Offley, even though Yiza has much more time in the octagon. You know, Yiza, you know, he tends to kind of like lose decisions from what I could tell. And he's a pretty good grappler, but I think Offley's just as good of a grappler, if not better. And he's going to neutralize the grappling, and I think he could beat him that way. And yeah, I'm gonna just be breezing through these last few fights because nobody gives a shit. Kim versus Don Marfan. Don Marfan is gonna win this fight. I think he's a pretty good prospect. I won't say much. Nakamura versus Sisley. I think Nakamura is gonna win this. From what I could tell from his record, he has like a lot of knockouts, and he's a pretty dangerous fighter. And Sisley is like kind of a decision merchant. So I think Sisley can't get a finish on him, and I don't think he'd last 3 rounds against Nakamura. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that name. Yeah, actually, I'll give it a try. Sulangaranabu. Fuck, I'm not even like saying this is a joke, bro. I'm being dead ass. Sulan Grangbo versus Louis. I'm picking Louis. You know, Louis my guy. Yeah, I don't give a shit. It's the first fight of the night. See you guys. This is kind of an outro, I guess. I finished like filming and editing the videos after I finished, everything. And I realized the video is 11 minutes long. There's no way someone's gonna watch this on TikTok. So yeah. So I'm gonna post this shit on YouTube probably, which is what you're probably seeing it on, or you're gonna see the clips because I'm gonna cut it up into parts and post it on TikTok. But yeah, thanks for watching the video. If you came this far, you're watching from like TikTok. I really appreciate it. If you drop me a follow or a subscription, I'd really appreciate it. And it's been Pillins and May, and I'm out.